My name's Elliot, and welcome to Button Pushers. Okay, now it's recording. Hello and welcome to the first ever episode to Button Pushers, a podcast about video games and video game related topics. My name is Elliot and I'll be hosting this mess. For our first episode today, we are going to focus on esports and its related topics. I'm going to start with something smaller, but go big or go home. And with esports being the biggest development in the history of gaming, I think it deserves the first episode, even if it is the pilot. To help me discuss and talk about the topic of esports, my brother Piers will be joining me for today to help discuss the topic of video games.
Hello.
Piers here is a member of our local university's gaming club and knows quite a bit about esports and gaming in general.
I guess, yeah.
So Piers, esports is defined as a multiplayer video game played competitively for spectators, typically by professional gamers. Can you elaborate on what this definition means?
Yeah, I can. Esports is usually seen at gaming tournaments. We organize teams where we compete against each other in a plethora of multiplayer games and sometimes single-player games.
I assume they're competing for money?
Not at the university, but in general, yeah, there's a huge amount of tournaments that have varied earning and winnings, but currently, cumulative amount is from Dota 2 tournaments.
Dota 2? How much has that made in total?
Well, altogether, it's around 158 tournaments. They have made a collection of $38 million.
Jesus, that's a lot of money. How many tournaments has there been in total? You said 158? Or wait, a better question would be, how long have these tournaments been going on?
The first gaming tournament was in 1972, and it was a Space Invader tournament. So, but in general, tournaments didn't get much traction until the internet in the 1990s, and wasn't really internationally until the early 2000s.
That's pretty cool. What do you think about all this? Like electronic sport tournaments in general, where people are dedicating their lives only to play video games. Sounds like a dream, right? Huh?
Sure, it is interesting, and some of the players are really good, with either strategic or just reaction times and whatnot. I think it's a lot of people's dream to be the gaming whiz like that.
Do you have any games you would play competitively, or at the very least, you wish you could play competitively?
Yeah, CSGO is pretty cool, and it's currently the biggest game in esports, though other games are creeping up on it.
Oh, for sure. Seeing some of these tournament videos, God, they are good at video games. Well, anyway, since this is only the first episode and really only a pilot and practice for the entire podcast, I think we'll keep this nice and short today. Thank you for coming on to my podcast today.
Yeah, no problem.
Next episode, we will be talking about consoles and computers and what really is the best way to play video games. I'm Elliot, and this has been Button Pushers.